What's up, YouTube? It's me, Rob Ricks. What's uppers? Booyah! Hello again. Howdy, howdy. For all you motherfuckers that wonder, how come these guys come on and say, hey, hi again, and blah, blah, blah? It's because they just finished watching me over there. Watching me on the other fucking Get Down, on the Angry Jackalope channel. So that's what that shit's all about, if you guys are fucking wondering, you know? So let's see. I guess we'll start off with the sad news first. I got two bits of sad news that kind of makes me sad. So first of all, what's up, Tenchi? Booyah! What's up, Wolfbert? What's up, Garen Thanalope? It's good to see you, motherfucker. And the Bronx Jackalope. All right, motherfuckers. So, a couple of sad news first. First and foremost, Scott Wilson from Walking Dead, he passed earlier this week, and that's always kind of sad. But I mean, you know, you get bit by a fucking zombie, you got to get put down. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's sad, but you know, that's the way it is. You get bit, you get hit. That's just, you know, it is. So anyway, give him a moment of silence. Now moving on to the other sad news. Motherfucking Iron Fist is no more. The Immortal Iron Fist is canceled. Netflix has canceled the series, which for me is really fucking heartbreaking because I really fucking liked it. Ouch. Holy shit. Garen said was, what is this? Walking last week, fell down twice, busted my tooth, and split my lip. That sucks. That sucks, Garen. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Ugh. I hate injuries and shit like that, man. I really do. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna change my hat because we're gonna talk about Daredevil. Daredevil. That's right. Daredevil. Jackalope in the house. Daredevil. Next week, season 3 on the 19th. Set your calendars because the motherfucking Daredevil. So excited. I'm excited because this season, Matt Murdock is going to be put through the motherfucking ringer. Why? Because he pissed off this motherfucker. Yes. See, Matt's all shit. Aw, shit. I done pissed this bald-headed, big, crazy motherfucker off here. Oh, shit. Well. Yeah, Jackalope, I just announced that right before you came in. Breaks my fucking heart. Again, moment of silence. Iron Fist is no more. And I'm sad because I was so... Oh my god, I was so excited to see what they were going to do with season 3 because they did such a good job at the end. See, maybe that was the problem. They should have put some really good shit from the beginning all the way to the end. They had some decent shit from the beginning, and it looked like it was going to nosedive, and then it went fucking crazy. It went crazy at the very fucking last episode. I was like... Holy shit, I can't wait for season fucking 3. Oh, fuck. Every fucking time that happens to me, that shit happens. Every fucking time I get into a show, I get vested in it, and I fucking love it. Goodbye. Old school shows. Freaky Links. Liked it. Gone. It's not all of them, I guess. There's a couple of shows that are still kicking that I like. I like Supernatural. That shit's still popping. You know? Movie with Robert Downey Jr. the judge. Robbie Downey Jr. the judge. Who was that? Ooh. That would be cool, but they're not going to. So I was talking to Thanos before we get into the game shit. I was looking at a comic book called Cosmic Ghost Rider, I believe. And it fucking blew my mind because peep this. Ghost Rider, Frank Castle, the Punisher, becomes the spirit of vengeance, Ghost Rider, and he goes in the past to kill Thanos. But he sees Thanos as a baby and he can't kill him. And so he decides, fuck it, I'm going to bring him with me and teach him the right way to be, a person. And I'm like, who the fuck got so high that they wanted to mix the Punisher, Ghost Rider, and Thanos into a series? And I read this latest issue and I liked it. I was like, oh wow, that shit's crazy. Yeah, Star Trek never dies. In fact, Star Trek Discovery looks like it's got a whole nother season, and it's interesting to see Michelle Yeoh. I was like, hey, I watched like the first episode. I gotta catch up. I only saw like the first 2 episodes and I dug them, and then I got life fucking side railed me. But I was scared. I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't want to watch some shit and they cancel it. Kind of like, what was that show? Actually, it got picked up by Amazon. Oh my god, what is it? It was a sci-fi fucking show. I really dug it. It was like kind of crazy. Anyway. Ooh, what if Venom took over the Juggernaut? That's a big motherfucker. That would be a big one. And he'd be running around saying, we are the Juggernaut, bitch. Oh, shit. I wish I could see it. I don't have CBS access. Oh, for the Star Trek Discovery. There are ways to watch it, I think, online. I think Amazon or one of the other ones will actually let you watch it. I know it's not Hulu. It's on one of them, though. It's on one of them. Speaking of shows that have their own streaming stuff now, Venom taking over Godzilla. Now that's some craziness right there. You gotta ask the question: what is there a size limit that a symbiote can take over? Because I mean, like Juggernaut's pretty fucking big. I mean, then it's like what Galactus, imagine an Infinity Gauntlet variant of a symbiote. I mean, fuck, where does it end? Teen Titans. So the new Teen Titans show, which I kind of talked about last week, I was like, Starfire, what the fuck? I don't know. But it's got good reviews, and I'll probably watch it. I will probably watch it to see what's what, because it says it's really dark, really gritty, and I dig that shit. Also in DC news, right? I'll have to check it out. Amazon Prime won't let you see it. Oh, will let you see it, but not for free. You have to pay. Huh. See, Saitama versus Thanos. I haven't seen the video. I saw a picture though. I saw like a meme of One Punch Man versus Thanos, and I thought that was pretty fucking cool. So this popped off today, and I was kind of like, Huh. Hey now. I might have to. I agree, Tenchi. Done. I agree with you. No argument there. I saw this shit right here and I said, well now, I think I'm going to have to get into the DC shit a little bit more now because this is kind of nice. Then I saw who the fuck is playing this? Is this chick? Is Ruby Rose. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck is this going to work off? I'm like, okay, she got neck tattoos and everything else, so I guess it's going to be fine because when you look at the costume, they got her covered. They got her covered up. So, I'm like, okay, so if this is how she looks all the time, and this is the character running around, yeah, that's a pretty good disguise. That's a pretty good disguise. I dig it. I like her, actually. She's actually, she's a very interesting character. I kind of like her. You know, I like her. I've seen her in The Meg. I've seen her in John Wick, the second one. Uh, where else have I seen this bitch? I've seen her in a couple different things. But goddamn, I'm like, huh? I'm gonna have to watch that shit, man. I'm gonna have to check that shit out. So anyway, before I get in trouble, just talking too loud about that bullshit. So earlier this week, developers opened up Fallout 76, and they let the some YouTubers and they let some press spend 3 hours playing it, and a lot of motherfuckers. Yes, Garen, I would dig with that too. Yes, that also works for me. Fallout 76, you know, they got the chance to play it. And I was a little nervous because I do enjoy me some Fallout, but usually it's a single player RPG type game. You got NPCs you interact with, and there's story paths and you know, things of that nature. So I wondered, how would a fucking massive multiplayer RPG work Fallout 76? And it looks pretty fucking good. I actually dig it. And I think I will definitely be playing that shit. There will be an angry jackalope running around in the fucking wasteland, you know, in a fucking jumpsuit saying, "What's up, motherfuckers?" So, you know, I was like, okay. Now, surprising game news, some news that came out of left fucking field that I had no clue was gonna pop out, and it's one of my favorite fucking games of all time, Borderlands 2 virtual reality. And I'm like, oh, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. I'm like, how the fuck? And I'm like picturing shit like, oh my god, you know, I'm just like, dude, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play it. So this is coming out for the PlayStation 4 this Christmas, and I'm like, yeah, I think I might fuck with that. I think I might fuck with that. I don't know. So really, I went earlier today, and I was actually a little bummed out, guys, because I looked at upcoming movies and I looked at upcoming games, and I gotta tell you, there really is nothing that I am super duper excited to mess with for the remainder of this fucking year, other than this and this. What's this, Garen? They stopped teaching Orioles books in schools? I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. I haven't heard that, but I have heard there have been some some Mark Twain books that they're not having people read anymore. But you know, I think the classics are still being taught. You know, A Tale of Two Cities. That was the one I had to read like 4 times. You know, I didn't really mind it too bad. I think at one time Shakespeare was always rough for me. Shakespeare was always hard for me because I couldn't get the references of the words. You know what I mean? And that shit kind of always killed me. Tin, she says, by the way, Love and Magic really sucks so far. Oh, great. I'm glad, dude. You know, what's funny is I'm actually having to go through that, like Animal Farm. Yeah, Animal Farm's always been an interesting story about socialism and communism, things like that. That one, my kids, actually, my eldest daughter, before she graduated, they actually watched the cartoon. Wow, that sucks, Bronx. Bronx says, my daughter just graduated high school and she never read none of the classics. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You know, I got a bookshelf full of classics. And I'm always happy when my daughter's read like all of the classic horror shit. Like she's read the original Dracula, Frankenstein, things of that nature, which my son was really happy about because when my son had shit he had to do for book reports, man, he would cheat. He'd go to my daughter and be like, "Hey, I have to do a book, and these are the books that I have to look at." And she's like, "Oh, I read that, I read that, I read that." So he always had an easy way out. And these motherfuckers sometimes cheat. They'll grab one of my books and they'll be like, "Dad, can we use your book?" And I'm like, "Are you gonna read it?" And my middle daughter, she's actually read my shit, so she's like, "Yeah, I read it." I'm like, "Okay." My son though, he'd be cheating. He'd be like, "Dad, I'm gonna do your book. Can you tell me about it?" Motherfucker, read the goddamn book. But yeah, that's the thing that frustrates me, man. People need to read more because reading is good because it can give you a point of view and a reference to something that you may never have the chance to experience on your own. Um, some movies can do that too. Like there was a movie called White Man's Burden. Had John Travolta in it, and basically it was like you take the black and white paradigm and flip it. Okay, so whites are the inner city and the blacks are upper middle class, et cetera, et cetera. And my ex, I remember I watched it with my ex, and my ex was looking at it, and she was all, "I don't like this movie." I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "Because it's all wrong." I'm like, "What do you mean it's all wrong?" She goes, "It's weird. It's not supposed to be that way. Blacks aren't supposed to be like that." Blah blah blah. I'm like, that is incredibly racist. What you just fucking said right there. She goes, "No, it's just wrong. It's not how life is." I'm like, "No, no, no. See, your narrow-mindedness cannot accept this type of a concept because you are so indoctrinated into your racism that that's what you believe. That's why this movie bothers you." She was like, "Whatever." So that's when I realized that's one of the reasons she's my fucking ex, because she was fucking dumb as fuck. But anyway, I digress. Let's see here. Have they read Poe's The Gold Bug? You know what? I have Edgar Allan Poe's uh, collections sitting. Actually, I have two books of his collections, as well as let's see, what do we have? We have a bunch of stuff on Poe. We have a bunch of stuff on Cthulhu. Oh fuck, what is his name? Um, I'm drawing a blank. The guy that did all of the Cthulhu stories and stuff like that, old school. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yep, we got that one. We even have all of the newer vampire stories from Anne Rice as an example. What I typically do is I go inside of Barnes and Noble and they have these classics and stuff like that, and they sell them for like $19. So whenever I go, H.P. Lovecraft, thank you, Tenchi. So whenever I go in, I grab one, I grab one, I grab one, I grab one. But yeah, I love Poe. Poe is one of my favorites actually, and it was funny because yep, yep, thank you. Um, I I love Edgar Poe. I love his complete series. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Exactly. There's the complete collections. Those are cool. Like I've got the Grimm fairy tales. I have uh, the Irish fairy tales. I have a bunch of horror stories. Just a bunch of collections of different types of things, so that they can read little short stories, right? So they can work their ways up to like the bigger stories and things of that nature. And then I go and I grab some of the newer stuff that I dig, and I'll get the whole collections on that, and I'll put those on the bookshelves too. And the kids are always asking me why do I have so many books? I'm like, because trust me when I say, if the power goes out, you motherfuckers are gonna be bored out of your mind, and I'm like, there's your entertainment. Go read some fucking books. They don't get that, but if things do go funny, they will be thankful that there are a ton of books to read. And I got a bunch of my old school books. Like I got a bunch of Roger Zelazny books, Fred Saberhagen, Michael Moorcock, Alan Dean Foster, to name a few. That I just absolutely love. I'm gonna head off before all this talk of reading makes me forfeit sleep to keep beta reading. Magic really sucks. Take care. All right, you be safe out there. Um, so yeah, so that's what's going on there. I'm in my editing of the. I have my final edits due to the publisher on the 19th. I have about 115 pages done so far, and I'm really going through with like a fine tooth comb, and I'm actually going through from a continuity point of view and a few other things, and you know, it's coming along. I'm actually really excited. I'm getting closer and closer and closer to being done with it. So. Lots of powerful flashlights to read by though if the power goes out. I've got solutions for that as well. We've got flashlights everywhere in the house right now. We've got little glow things. I did an experiment. I'll show you something that's funny as hell. Let's see, do I have any of my... I should have a flashlight right here. Where is my flashlight? I moved a bunch of stuff around for the stream because my desk is kind of cluttered here. And so a lot of times, like, I can move this out of the way right now because I'm done with this. So this will be able to free me up here. Let's see. See, I know I have my flashlights here because, look, I have all these flashlight batteries. I got the big batteries. I've got the medium batteries. Boop, boop. Then I've got the tiny batteries, etc., etc. And I think what happened was, yeah, I'm going to go find. I got a bunch of stuff in here because I got all these dog tags and all this other stuff, and I was moving things around. And once you know it, oh man, I wanted to show you guys something really cool. And of course, it's not there. I got fire starters. I've got this is the newest thing that I just got. I don't even have it set up yet, but I think this has a flashlight on it, but it's not gonna be bright enough to do what I want. But like, here's a little light. You could do some stuff with this, but I have this ring that glows. And the cool thing is, I can hit it really quick with a powerful flashlight, and it glows so damn bright. I don't know if you can. Well, I'd have to back up here in the darkness because the monitor light's so bright it just makes it. I wonder if there's a way I could. No, I can't. I can't obscure it. Anyway, it glows bright enough though. I actually put it below the words on the book, and it was enough to illuminate a page. So there's some glow in the dark shit I've got that actually works well too. That would be fun. Yeah, me too. I wish there was a perpetual motion battery when it never runs out. Yeah, we got things like, oh, see, all that's, I know what happened. So I have a bunch of these little solar battery packs. You know what I mean? Different battery packs and stuff like that, because I wanted to make sure that these little lights that I have, these little tip lights, they're USB chargeable. I'd have a way to power those so I can go with moonlight, and on those little settings, those little lights, when you have them in moonlight, you can measure the battery in damn near days as opposed to hours, and that in low light is really good enough for you to see around, not trip over anything. You could read with it, etc. So I got about 3 of those little tip lights, and so I had some other stuff, like I had this little solar panel. It's also got a crank on it and some other stuff that you can actually power stuff up with. So I had all of those, but recently my wife is leaving to go. Yep, UV pack lights. Those are fucking awesome. I've got a bunch of those sheets. I think I have one in the inside the closet here. I have one downstairs in the basement, and I have one in my car, and there's one in the backpack, the little rolling sheets. Those are fucking great. I also have like the little, they're like necklace things. They're like little round donuts. Is there one sitting right there? Yeah, there is one sitting right there. Here, hang on, I can show you one. So I got, oh, here's the flashlight. Yeah, so here's an example of one of the things from UV pack light, this little donut here. So let's see if this light is bright enough. Yeah, this light's really not that bright. Oh, look at it, it's dying. I think I just have to put a new battery in it. Here, I actually have the batteries right here. So let me just swap this battery out. I think that's. I found this flashlight. It was sitting in one of the deals. So this one uses one of those ultra fires, and I had some extras. So let's go ahead and put this one in and see if this guy gives us a brighter light. But oh yeah, I can feel the heat coming off of it too. So this one might be good enough for me to show you. Boom. So yeah, you can kind of tell it's glowing. So if I close my hand, you can see it like. So this one's got a blue glow to it. So if I just bang it like this, pow, then it kind of glows there. If I turn my hand a little bit like this, you can see it's glowing. Because here's the other side. The other side's not really glowing as bright, but like that. So this in a completely dark environment actually lights like crazy. So I went and got a bunch of these because they never stop glowing. You just keep hitting them, keep hitting them, keep hitting them, and they glow nice and bright. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yep, picked up a whole set of those 4-piece sets. Yeah, I did too. That was the first thing I did. I got the little donut thing and had little like a half of a cylinder with a little lanyard on it, and it had a sheet and some other stuff. So I got those for like $20. So I got like 3 sets of those. When I first read and saw Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth, I thought that Leeuwenhoek lights, wind-up lanterns were just science fiction fantasy devices. Yeah, but now you go out, buy one at Home Depot. Yep, with a radio built in. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah, those UV pack light things, you're right, Yakalov. I love them. I love them. Let's see, I wonder if I can hit the ring now so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. See if it glows now, if you can kind of tell. Let's see, go over here. Go more in the dark. So in a dark ass room, and I hold this shit up, I told my wife, I said, I got a new bucket list. Because the guy, Patrick Ayer, that makes these, he does them in all different colors. So I want to get this, then I want to get a few more, and then I'll make my own fucking like infinity gauntlet. That's the bucket list. That's the bucket list. He's got a contest going on right now on Instagram. He's given 2 rings away, and they're red and orange, and they've got like a reflective mirror surface on the inside of the ring. So where the glow sits, it's hitting that reflective part too, and it just makes the glow even more crazy. And it's badass. And so the way you enter it is you just tag somebody else, and he's just trying to grow more people seeing it and everything else. But so that red one, so I was joking with my wife. I said, well, I have the blue one, so I just need to get a red, an orange, etc., green, go from there. Yep. I just want to get all of them glowing, because the cool thing about this particular ring, yeah, no, it's expensive as fuck. That's why I told her it's on my bucket list. Probably take me fucking 10 years to get the whole set. But anyway, it's a tungsten steel, and he put flecks inside of it. So there's little bits of copper, little bits of meteorite, and also there's cat's eye. So it has 3 different pieces in there. And I was putting a boxing set together the other day, and I fell on the concrete. I was down on the concrete, and I was like lifting the thing and getting these bolts underneath the bottom and stuff, and my hand went down, and it went down on top of it. So this 100-pound bag and stuff came down on my hand, and I pulled my hand real quick, and it's and I'm like, oh man, I know I fucked this ring up. And you know what? There's not a scratch on this bitch. And I'm like, oh, that must be the tungsten. Shit, I heard it was tough, but I didn't think it was that fucking tough. But anyway, I love it. Let's see here. They have blackout knives for tactical combat use, but wouldn't it be neat if they somehow forged glow-in-the-dark swords, the exact opposite of stealth? Fuck yeah, that would. I would buy one. There's this dude, Andy Tran, Innerbark. I think that's the name of his channel, Innerbark. He's also the guy that made the Tahoma field knife. He just went to Blade Show West, and one of the guys that he has up on his channel, let's see, heard of Lord of the Ring tungsten rings break it? They will shatter. If they fall a certain way, yeah, they will shatter. They're super strong from like scratching and stuff like that, but if you drop it a certain way and it hits something sufficiently hard enough, it can shatter. It can break. Yep. Yep. Have you watched him on YouTube? How he makes them? Yeah. It's fucking nuts. It's nuts, dude. I fucking yeah. You know what's funny is he's in my backyard. Like he's down the street from me, literally. Like I think he's in West Valley. I'm in West Jordan, so I could get to his shop pretty quick. Like I'm thinking about reaching out to him, and I was gonna reach out to him see if he wanted me to do an interview with him, but his channel is so huge. Like he's so good at what he fucking does that I don't think he needs any kind of endorsement from me. You know what I mean? It's pretty good. Have you seen any Damascus? No, I have not seen Damascus. I don't even know what that is. But before I forget, there is yeah. So Andy has a thing on there, really fucking cool. There's this dude, he makes these really artistically tricked out blades. Like he's got like little bullets in the handle and stuff, like the part of the resin. Like, I'm seriously gonna check that shit out. Oh my fucking hell. Brooke the Animal! Hey, what's up, man? What's up? I haven't seen you in forever. That's funny. Let's see. Wolfbird. Titanium Damascus steel? Fuck no, I have not seen it. That sounds fucking awesome. That sounds awesome. I have a buddy. He's got a shop that does screws and different machines. He's got like all these hardcore machines that do stuff like screws and stuff like that. And he does archery tips, things of that nature. He invited me. He invited me to come over and play with the CNC machine and actually make blanks and cutouts and stuff for like trainers and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, that's actually fucking really cool because I have several blades that I know there will never, ever, ever be trainers for. And I don't really want to train with my kids holding the actual blades. I would want to go with like a blunted one that we could sit and train with and do stuff. Now, granted, it's not going to be as heavy because these would probably be like aluminum blanks. Um, because I guess I could do steel and then get it all the way to the point where I actually have the scales and everything thrown on there. They're just blunted. I could do that, I guess. But anyway, reason I'm excited about this is once I get playing with his CNC machines and stuff like that, then it's only one step from going from CNCing blanks to being I have proof of concept to show Tops or Schrade or any of these other companies and say, hey, look, I'm not trying to make a shit ton of money on this or anything else. I just want some at a decent price for me to buy. So I have some of these blade concepts available for me as well as available for friends of the channel and things of that nature, the different channels like Angry Jackalope as well as Robert R. Rick Show. So that way, because inside of Magic Really Sucks, there's actually some blades and stuff, concepts that I have in there that I want to get so I can show why I think those are a good blade design. And even if nothing else, they're cool props for me to have as collectible items in the event that the stories take off and people really dig it. You know what I mean? How cool would that be to have, you know, like, for example, Riddick's iconic blades from Riddick. You know, those little curved, like they were like big long karambits. You know, those big ass hook blades. Those are fucking cool as shit. Um, you can get those on like what is that? The Bud K calendars, catalogs and stuff like that. I mean, those are cool for like props to just sit and put up on the walls and stuff. But I wouldn't want to fucking try to fight somebody with them because they'd be broken. I wish I had a forge at home. I'd love to make some bladed weapons. Yeah, you know, I had that thought. I also had that thought before when it came to shit like Kydex. But then I finally just said, you know what? That's just too much goddamn work. But if I have a design that I do and I get CAD drawings for it and I have a CNC pop it out, that's something completely different. Because you could take a CNC pop out, you know, drill holes in it and stuff like that. Get some handles made, and then just call it a day. You know, I always wondered why some combat knives, such as the new Tops knives Operator Sevens, don't have a glass breaker pommel. Is it a balance thing? No, I think it's primarily a design thing. It's what the designer came up with, and for whatever reason, the designer didn't think that the glass breaker was that big of a deal. I always like to have some kind of extended metal backing or punyo on the back, just for hammer strikes, because sometimes you know you come with a swing, and then you're not at an opportune moment to get this back, but you're right here. You could use that for pressure points. You can use it for breaking glass. You can use it for bashing on different things like coconuts to get things started, bashing rocks, bashing whatever. I like that personally on my blades, but I think from a design point of view, I think these guys, some of it is just they don't like it from an aesthetic point of view. Um, yes, then you can present the CNC cutout to knife makers to see if they're interested in producing. Exactly, exactly. If I get a successful CNC cut and it's a good proof of concept, and I can explain the philosophy behind it, and it's not cost prohibitive for them to manufacture it, then it would be good to go. Even if I do different makers to do different components, because the one knife that I have starts off as a knife, then it turns into like a tomahawk, and then it turns into a pole arm. Um, but those require different components to assemble it together. So, it is what it is. It also offers a non-lethal subjugating bashing option. Yep, you can put more pressure on the pommel and drive the blade into your enemy. Yep. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The ones that don't have anything. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. 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 You're right. But you would think something like Operator 7. I don't know. I have that blade sitting right in there. I dig it. I think it's beautiful. I love the cross handle and everything else on it. But yeah, I think that one. I think that was a aesthetic choice, to be honest, on that one. I think, but it's hot. I mean, you look at stuff like the SXB, Skull Crusher Extreme Blade. That one's got a nasty, nasty little fucking glass breaker on the back of it on the pommel. It's brutal. I bashed cinder blocks with it. I've done all kinds of craziness with it that I really, 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 really like that blade. I mean, I next to the Infrax Punisher, I probably have pushed that blade the hardest. So there has been so many things that it has gone against and handled like a champ, you know. And yeah, the Operator 7, that guard, I love it. It's even if nothing but just from the aesthetic point of view, it's beautiful. I like it a lot. I think it's amazing. I did do that. That's funny. I didn't realize I put a top back on this. I was parched. Excuse me. All this talking. Um, but yeah, I think I get in there and kind of start playing around with some stuff. That would be fun. Yeah, SXB is it's a fun blade. It's big, it's beefy too. Oh man, that's why I've had people in the past ask me if I had to pick a single thing, what would it be? And I'm like, oh, that's so hard. You because you kind of want to. have an idea what you're going to be facing when you pick something like that. And in absence of having something to pick, because you don't know what the quote unquote mission is, I kept falling back to that SXB, And then if they said you could have two blades, I'm like, well, SXB and Inforx Punisher, you know. And then they said, okay, well now you're fighting and you actually have to use the blade in a lot of fights, and I'm like, oh well. I think I'd fall to Johnny Tie's. I'm drawing a blank on it. It's the Snake Eyes blade. Anyway, yeah, I've got the SXB. I've got an SX. Oh my god. I have a shit ton of blades, to be honest with you. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the damn blade. Wei Sun Johnny Ties. It's it's got a big belly. Kuma Takri 3.5. That's the one. That's the one. Imagine a hollow handle Schrade survival knife with a tracker blade. I would like that. I would totally dig that. The SXB might not be a one-tool choice for apocalyptic survival situations. Yeah, it's heavy. And so if you're not a big guy, it's going to wear you down. That's why I did like the TAC-3, because the TAC-3 3.5 so light. It's so light. And even though it might not technically be the lightest blade, it's just balanced in such a way that it's good. Oh, you meant to say it might not be a bad 1-2 choice. Yeah, like I said though, if you will get tired if you use it a lot, but as far as a blade that's more versatile for unknown, yeah, again, that's why I said I would have picked SXB for something I don't know what it is I'm going up against. Just because from the bashing, the chopping, the cutting, the just the way the blade performs, stabbing, bash. Oh my lord, there was pretty much nothing I couldn't do with it. It's heavy though. It is heavy. That's why it's funny because I ended up picking the top stuff over the zombie tool stuff, but in a situation where, say, I'm White Chain Kane walking the fucking land. Then there's a couple of zombie tool blades that I probably would rock. As far as a pair set, the Rat Bastard and let's see, Rat Bastard and what is the other one called? The big brother of the Rat Bastard. I forgot. Oh, let's see. There you go. Yeah, well, that's the other thing, Brooke. So you would, but you wouldn't, right? Sword is really good if you're A, you know how to use it, and B, you've got the room to use it. I gotta remember the name of that fucking sword. Hold on. It's the Rat Bastard, and then the big one. Let's see here. Zombie tools.net. I can't remember that fucking Reaver Cleaver. I just came to me right before I even got there. Reaver Cleaver. So Reaver Cleaver and Rat Bastard would be the pair set that I'd go with, just because the amount of carnage caused by those two blades. Oh my fuck. They are very heavy. Very fucking heavy in weight. But they also tend to be fucking deadly as shit. That's why they're good in regards to being called zombie tools. Because really, if you're like, I have to fucking chop into a fucking head and put something down, done. And I do love like the Felon, but I haven't tested the Felon. I'm really nervous about its tip. Sharkalope would be the one I'd give my daughter. The Legionnaire, yep, that's a nice one. Yeah, you can't. I do like the fact that they're putting handguards now on their blades. You know, yeah, that's really Garen. That's really what the Reaver Cleaver is a big giant Rat Bastard's a big giant battle cleaver is what it is. Yeah, Condor has some great fucking blades. I have not had a chance to test them yet, which is why um, I don't bring them up very often. But I do have two Condor blades now. One that Yakalope knows about, and then I have another one that I got from a friend of mine. He wanted me to test it out. But yeah, there's a couple of Condor blades that I'm nuts about right now. Like I just saw, I think Drop Forge Survival just did one with a big giant fucking Condor. Um, like Matt Easton of Shola Gladiatoria says, it's all about context. Exactly. Like a Chinese war sword. Yep. 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 Garen says the one oh yeah, from Kuma. I know the one you're talking about. The Battle Cleaver. Yeah, yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. That's the one Johnny's been pimping out lately. That's the one that has like the handles that are blank, or the ones that you could get somebody to custom make the handles for you. Yeah, yeah, Wolfbird. The Tactical Zombie Tools Felon is a form of knife. It's too big and heavy for most tactical applications. Yeah, but from a Crocodile Dundee point of view, you can bust that line. That's not a knife, mate. That's a knife. Fucking, you can't beat that bitch. From the fear point of view of just presenting something to somebody, man, there's something to be said about that felon. That felon is nasty. He's a nasty beast for sure. You know, that's one of those things that I kind of look at and just go, wow. You know, um, it's kind of crazy. Uh, it's just one of those things where psychologically it fucks with somebody because it just looks sharp. It just looks like it's gonna slice some shit in half. You know what I'm saying? And so when somebody sees it, you get a good tactical advantage. Now, they got something like a counterpoint to it, pun intended. Uh, and they're a knife person. They might be like, "Aha, that's fine." You know what I mean? Bring that shit. I'm gonna fucking break it. Down under knives, Eclipse Bowie. Um, yeah, I don't. I don't have very many reference points from. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm sitting there looking at Zombie Tools website, and it looks like they have a fucking unicorn outside of a car. Let's see. Can I share my display? Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can do this here. Let's see. I haven't tried it yet. Let's do this. Let's try window capture. Add a new source. Okay, so I want to capture that window. Does it work? No, it didn't do it. It's funny, it does this. It's not doing that one though. So if I go done, nope, that doesn't work. This is a big ugly black window. So I know there's a way. I'm using a different thing now, but there used to be a way. Video capture device, Windows, media source. Display capture. I think this is the one. Yep, that's the one. So I can go done and then bring this like that. And then let's see, I got a peek. So does it do the whole entire display? Let's find out. So if I go like that, boom. And now I bring this guy up real quick. Yeah, it looks like it does. Okay, so watch for a second here. When this thing shifts, there's a unicorn. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So I thought that was pretty funny. I dig that. I dig that. There's that Legionnaire. So let's see. These are the ones that I've got. So I've got the Vacra. I have the very first Tainto. I have a new Tainto coming. This is the Rat Bastard. I've got that. This is the Reaver Cleaver. I've got that. This is the Felon. I've got that. The Sharkalope. I have that. Traumahawk. I have that. And I have, let's see, the Deuce 1. So this is the Deuce 2. Yep. So anyway, I just want to share that fucking unicorn with you guys because I thought that shit was hilarious. So I can come like this and turn that off. There we go. That's, yeah, the unicorn standing behind the girl. That's fucking funny, man. The folks at Zombie Tools hate unicorns as a running joke. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, the one by the Felon. Let's see. That one was the one by the Felon is the Reaver Cleaver and the Deuce 2. Those are the two that was right by there. A Fuller, yes. Blades, new standard construction. Yeah, you know what I miss on the old blades? They used to do hammer finishes, but they don't do them anymore. They told me that when they did the hammer finishes, it creates micro cracks in the blade, and it could lead to blade failure. And I was like, man, that sucks. I really like that distressed post-apocalyptic look. So now, you know, they still do some interesting finishes on the blade, but those old hammer finishes that they used to do, I used to love those. I still have them. And the funny thing is, on those hammer finishes, sometimes you'll get some rust in there, so you have to go in and sand through them and stuff to get them out. But woo, they're good. They're good. I was just working on my area. Let me see if I can show you guys this. Hang on. I don't know if I can. Here, let me open this closet like this. Go like this. Alright, so let's see if I grab the camera up like this and turn it. Okay, so there's my closet where all the blades and stuff are, and up on the top there is where most of the Zombie Tool stuff is at. And then down below is most of the tops and other blades and stuff like that. So that gives you guys a little sneak peek into my closet. Yeah, so my closet's kind of a trip, and I put everything in there. Actually, you know what I can do? I don't know why I didn't think of this. I can give you guys actually a better. So I'll show you guys a trick. I'm so paranoid that I think somebody's gonna try to kill me or something, that I have this solution in place here. So got my cell phone, right? So I can go ahead and snap a picture, and maybe I'll even do one with a flash. Okay, and so as I do that, let's see here. Make sure I gotta turn my alerts. I turned off a lot of the messages and stuff so that it wouldn't make too much noise while we were doing stuff. But so what I've done is I've synced my phone's camera with my Dropbox account. So now I can go add an image, go to the source, add a new source, browse, go to my Dropbox, go to camera uploads, and then I just go down to my most recent photos. So if I go sort, details, sort by date, let's see. I don't know why it's not sorting by date right now. So many fucking pictures in here probably. Come on, stop being a little bitch. Let's see. Okay, where are you at? Let's see, extra large. Ah, there they are. It's right here. So if I go like this and then say okay, I gotta do something. I gotta rotate it. Hang on, image. Let's see. I think it's properties. Or no, it's probably some kind of a filter. Let's see. Right click on this. Properties. No. Trying to. Oh, transform. There we go. Transform. Rotate 90 degrees. There we go. So now I can go like this. Go like this. So you can start to see up here on the top, there's some cold steel up there. There's a trauma hawk. There's some push daggers, and there's a bunch of zombie tools. That deuce one is up there right in that left corner. Sharkalope is right there. And you can see there's a bunch of tops blades. There's the Kumatakri. There's some rifles in there. Some other fun stuff. So there's a rifle bag there. So that's half the closet right there. So what's cool is I'm out driving. I get a bad feeling about some shit. Somebody starts to come up to the car. I can just snap their picture. Shit, as long as I can keep them away from my phone for 30 seconds. The images hits the clouds. It then goes to not one machine, but it goes to one machine, two machines, three machines, four machines. So there's four different machines. And the funny thing is the fourth machine is not even in this house. It's at a friend's house. I sync that particular folder to his so that anything happens to me, bloop, 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 it goes all over there. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Some say that the Majoreski Bible Falchion is the ultimate zombie slaying tool because it's just big enough to keep the monsters at bay, but just jagged enough so that it won't get stuck in the demons. Nice. Cold Steel Indian War Clubs would work well for zombies. That's a nice piece too. That's actually something I've been meaning to get more of. I've got the Cold Steel Dragon walking stick, but I want to get some of their clubs and that one the one walking cane deal that Steven Seagal helped them make. That's one I'm really interested in getting my hands on. I'd like to do a little bit more with Cold Steel, but I haven't really done a whole lot with their stuff right now. Holy shit! I can't believe. Damn, we've done an hour almost already. So I've got a minute and a half left here. All right. So anyway, we did some entertainment stuff, and then we slipped into some knife and gear conversations and things of that nature. But you know what? That's fine, because the reality is this show is for you guys. So a lot of times we'll talk about some entertainment stuff just to get the ball rolling. And then whatever the fuck you guys want to talk about, I'm game. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just want to thank you guys very much. I've got a lot of edits left ahead of me and some other stuff like that. So I'm going to have to go ahead and call it. But you guys have a lot of choices. Well, that's true. The 10 sheet is too long, but they have notches where you can cut it. And then you just have to put something on the bottom so that, you know, it's to your height, because they did it to Seagal's height, so that's why it's kind of long. But anyway, I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. You have a lot of choices to hang out on Saturday night, and some of you fuckers, most of you, come from the Angry Jackalope. So that's 2 hours you spend with me every fucking Saturday, and I love you guys very much for that. It means a lot to me to be able to share my thoughts and things like that with you guys, and also be able to share things back from you guys. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. You guys be safe. And I will see you guys next week. All right, guys.